Hello and welcome to the Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
Hi, I'm Jason D. Ross.
Just to let everyone know, welcome. We are dealing with some weird audio. So let us know on your end if it's echoey or strange or weird, and then we will try.
I'll let you know. It's echoing in my headphones, but that's great.
That's we don't know, so we've just decided to go through to push through.
I'm listening back to it on the fly. It's great.
Are you?
That's what's happening.
It's like that whisper challenge game. Where
I don't know the whisper challenge game, but let's play it.
Oh,
it says Jason is echoing.
Okay, well, let's just see. We might have to restart then.
Is it like I'm an audio tuned?
Yeah.
I'm seeing like echo from Big J Dog.
Jason is echoing. Let me know if Jason is still echoing. A lot of people are dropping off. This is amazing. This is what we need for our brand.
Echo. Whoa. I'm not echoing anymore.
They said no?
I'm not. I don't hear it in my headphones anymore.
Oh, weird.
Did you just change something? And Haley just said it's better.
Oh, no, I didn't change anything.
All it took was the secret Beyonce scales, and then that went away.
Weird. Okay. Well,
Fuck technology.
Do I sound okay is what I want to know. Because I've been...
Like personally or like, your voice?
No, it's just that I have a good mic setup, and I'm realizing on the live stream that my audio sounds absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get some feedback on that. Like Rob said, a Monday vibe if there ever was one. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome back. And we don't have any echo. So there we go. Welcome.
I love that Haley starts Halloween at the beginning of the month. I love it. A month full of Halloween. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, weird. Not quite sure what's happening here, but Jason, how was your weekend?
Great. Wonderful.
Amazing.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I spent it shooting some videos, which was great. Put that out. I'm not YouTube famous yet. So there's that.
But it's coming. It's on the vision board.
My fame is on the vision board. My YouTube is on the vision board. Did I watch a Gen Zer on YouTube give me some tips? Of course I did. What was her main tip? Don't do vlogs. You're not famous yet and nobody cares. That was a harsh note to get. It was a harsh one to receive, but I did let it land. And so it's all we can do. What are you laughing at? Because you're not listening to me.
I'm laughing because I'm listening to you. I'm loving that you're listening to like a 21-year-old be like, hey, don't do this. And you're like, gotcha. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, her tip was like, don't do vlogs. No one cares. Definitely look at what's trending, but don't copy, find your own voice. She was all over the place. I love Elizabeth. Who was this ass? Well, I will name names.
Well, Samantha says the videos are great and keep them coming. So right now you're weekly, right? It's every Sunday.
So basically I launched my new series called Stacey Gets Rich, which was born here.
Well, kind of. It was Stacey Gets Riche, which I don't like that you're not leaning into that, but it makes more sense what you're doing.
First of all, it is Stacey Gets Rich, but we know it's Rish, but getting new friends to watch a video and going into Rish, people are going to go, this 34-year-old woman doesn't even know how to say rich. We got to.
And that's why we watch.
Thank you. Haley, I'm letting this land. She goes, your place is so cute, giving me hardcore inspo. That's very sweet. Because I feel like my place is a collection of shit people gave me. So,
so it's a collection of friendship. Your place is a place of friendship.
Yeah. So I launched that and I'm really excited by it. This week I am tackling blogging, which has been a real uphill battle. And I decided to do a huge thing where I bought a new camera.
Whoa. So you're already rich.
No, it's really funny when people go, can you afford that? And I go, I don't know.
Can I afford not to?
How do people know if they can afford things? I don't get that. How do you figure that out?
If you got how I can afford things, I don't know. So like, there are people out there that do this for a living and they budget, and then they go. I sit down with them. They go, "Okay, great. So how much do you make a week?" And I'm like, "Well, what week
What?
is it?
Exactly.
What week is it?" And then
As
they
a
go,
freelance
"Well, we
person,
need to know like how much you make. Like, let's just estimate." I'm like, I don't know. Like, what month is it? Did I book a commercial? I don't know.
I don't like. I
The
don't
revenue
understand.
streams are not stable.
Not stable. Jan says she was a few minutes late. Have we talked about Jason's shirt? We haven't because Jan, we were dealing with some sort of weird echo, and then it just vanished.
We popped on and I saw Stacy's face, and I know she wanted to address the shirt immediately, but then was like, wait a second, there's audio issues. Okay, great. Now we have to deal with this.
So I don't know why Jason's wearing that shirt, but do you want to talk about it?
I want to talk about it. No, not really. Of course. I'm wearing this just simply because I was like, this is a big, bold statement, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to roll the dice and throw it out there. Can I stand up? Well, then you'll see like I'm not wearing pants, but
I'm wearing sweatpants. That's okay. It's Monday. It's a shirt, Jay. Yeah, that's the move you have to make in a shirt like that.
this is like Dad in the Dominican shirt is what this is.
Haley just said mahalo. And I agree, Adam. The real question is, why haven't we seen it before?
It's pretty new.
In your mind, Barbara.
Okay, so what made you buy it?
It's a long story.
We have the time.
Okay. It's a really short story. I just went to buy a bunch of different shirts for a photo shoot, and they're like, go get something really bold and stupid. And I was like,
why
okay.
were you doing a photo shoot?
For my life. I did a bunch of character shots, and then this was one of those shirts that I got.
Oh my God. Oh no. Are you doing those headshots where you look like a freaking, like, where you go like,
No. It's I bought this shirt, but the story about this shirt actually is, well, I shouldn't say too new. Like this was, I don't know, months ago.
okay.
But it's so the pandemic was like in heavy mode, and I went to.
I mean, it still is. You're in Los Angeles.
It still is, but it was a time when
COVID
like
and
everybody
going
was
on.
still was like it's because right now it seems like there's two sides to the coin, right? Like people are like, let's just live our lives, and other people are like, this is still crazy. So, but at that point, it feels like everybody was on the page of like, oh, we don't know what this is yet. What the fuck's going on? So like everybody was locked down, except I went to like this store that was like one of those, not a thrift shop, but like a thrift type of shop. And you're just walking through being like, I can feel the must all over me. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? I'm going to die.
Uh-huh.
So I just grabbed like a couple of shirts, and this was one of them.
Okay. And Elizabeth says, I love that you just marched to the beat of your own special drum, Jason. So, and I agree, Elizabeth. So when you saw that shirt, you thought this is a great shirt for what?
For being crazy, being
For
like
showing
loud,
that you're
being
a fun
loud.
guy? Okay, but you needed a loud shirt to show that you have personality. This is why Los Angeles is so stupid. It is so dumb. I'm sorry.
You're putting this on Los Angeles. This was a Jason DeRoss
Was it for a headshot?
Initiative.
Okay.
It was for a specific thing, but yeah.
It was for a specific thing. Okay, so now do you wear it on like date nights and stuff?
This is the second time I've worn it.
Amazing. We love that. Yeah. Does Jason have a sticker on the back of his hand?
What are you talking about?
Oh
Of
my
course I
God.
do.
No, just why do you have a sticker on the back of your hand?
Because I have a 4-year-old child.
Oh, sometimes
He just tattooed me in many ways. Oh, you can't even see it because of the light. There it is.
Wow, pretty cool stuff. Jason's really coming in with a vibe, and I'm loving that. And so I hope you answered all the questions on that shirt. I don't know how I sit on it. It suits you.
Does it? Because this is not something that I would go out and be like, hey, this is like, if I wore this out, I would be looking at people being like, are they looking at me yet? Are they looking at me yet? Okay, it's coming.
Jameson says, hey, that guy wearing the patio furniture pattern has such white teeth. Do we want to talk about your white teeth update?
Sure. I don't know if you've been following on our
there was 2 and it was just boomerang. So I think
there's been more than that for sure.
Oh, really? I haven't seen it.
They're on they're still in the stories. And you can see by the last one.
And you talk on it?
I don't talk, but the last one's not a boomerang.
Okay.
But I only say that because I definitely put the vibe out there in the round 3 of this isn't doing anything. It doesn't feel like.
I mean, I think I see a subtle difference. I will say that I don't believe I don't trust you in any sort of progression, because I think there's a lot of self-deprecation that you
Sure.
need to break down, and I think there's a lot of body dysmorphia, and I say that as someone who also has it.
I understand. If I came out hot out of the gate and was confident, I think people would be like, "Who's this asshole?"
No. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is like, that's your problem. I don't think you see the reality of any situation. So as far as me checking in with a progress, from you without proof, I wouldn't want to hear it, because I don't.
So but there's proof there. Like I'm flashing the teeth in these shots.
Yeah, they look whiter for sure.
Oh, but then it's working. That's great. I don't feel like it yet, but
this is what I'm saying. I think that even if you dieted it, if you was on a diet and you worked out every day, like, you wouldn't see, well, that's already been proven. You don't see any changes. And the same goes for like teeth or any sort of like personal improvement. I think that you're unable to see any sort of positive change in your life.
That sounds terrible.
Listen, I know we've been friends for years, and I think I would put it out on Adam and Jan that we would all agree that is the crux of our frustration in our friendship with you.
Jen reached out this weekend when she saw one of the stories and gave me a nice compliment on the glasses. So I was like, oh, that's great.
So Jason has revealed something in the stories where you have
breaking news.
Yeah. Do.
This is as tall as I'll ever be.
Now, what's going on with these glasses?
I mean, like, there's nothing going on with them. I've worn them probably, again, like 5 times in my life, because I went to get one of those eye exams, and they're like, your eyes are perfect. I mean, they're not perfect. If you're reading, you could go, I forget what the numbers are, but this is like the smallest that you would have to have. So I just went to like a Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like a CVS, and they didn't even have like the number I need. I had to go to a couple of them, and they're like, well, those don't really exist because you don't really need to wear them. Then I found them and I bought them anyways at another Shoppers, and I just have them. So the reason why I was wearing them is because like I was reading the instructions for it was the first day doing the whitening thing, and I was reading the instructions. I was like, oh, I'll put these on, and they do make a slight difference. I'm like, oh, now I can read these tiny words.
Great.
That's all. And then I took a picture, and I was like, well, this is gonna.
I stayed off. I was busy. I was in my own lane. I wasn't. I didn't have the energy to like.
You did respond. You responded. I don't know how to process this look. Was your exact quote.
I didn't know how to process the look, and so I had to make the executive decision to carry on with my life. But it was quite the something. It was very Hakeem Optical, if that makes sense. a glasses store in Canada whose commercials show the worst glasses.
Hakeem Optical.
Yeah, but
it's one of those ones that for sure, like, Uncle Jesse was in his basement being like, hey guys, what do you think about this? Hakeem Optical or Hakeem Optical?
Oh,
the second one, Uncle Jesse. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. No, you were 27 when that show was out. Am I correct?
32.
Yeah. Totally.
I auditioned for Uncle Jesse for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I think Uncle Joey for sure with that shirt.
Cut it out.
Yeah, with that shirt.
I know.
You literally look like a stand-up comedian from Florida. Who does a lot
I was like, do I bring my puppets for this, or do I not bring my puppets for this audition?
If we were going out to like a nice dinner, even as friends, I'd be like, you need to change your shirt.
You need to go home and change.
Yeah, I feel like Jason. I would rather.
But I would be like this. I'd be walking in the door and say, see if his face. I'd be like, oh, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Right back out.
And listen, I'm not the best dresser on the planet here, but yeah, no thank you, I think. You know? What?
Well, you say that, but like, again, this is a choice that I've never wore this shirt out in public in my life.
I just want to say, moving forward, it might be a fun rule if you're getting lost in the chat, as we all know you love to do. You can say the comments out loud that are giving you like. I
wasn't lost in the chat.
Oh, okay, because I just saw you. If you play it back at this time, you'll see you looking at the chat and giggling. So you can call that out if someone's finding you joy. You can thank that person.
I wasn't giggling at any of these ones. I think I was just giggling out of my own vision of me walking in and you being like,
oh. Okay, we love that.
I can laugh at my own head.
Listen, Tasha.
Thank you, Tasha.
Is the theme of today. No, but it's not that I hate Jason. It's just that
It
sometimes
just
I
hates
really,
what I'm about and the things that I do
absolutely not.
and
It's
the
just
shirt.
no. Sometimes I have to citrus stace is going in, says Voodoo Lion. No, it's not that I hate Jason. There is a wrangling aspect that sometimes is just a lot. There's a lot I'm balancing on the back end.
I'm feeling fine.
Yeah, no, I know. I know you do. I know you feel fine. So
You should feel fine.
oh, should I? I love
Yeah.
that. Okay. I did want to bring up something that I wanted to do today because it blew my mind. And so, if you know me at all, then I love a little TikTok rabbit hole. And I went down one and came across this woman who rocked my mind. I was trying to upload it, but for some reason it won't show up in my email because I emailed the videos to myself.
Oh, fun.
I'm a smart, wonderful, beautiful woman who thinks ahead. But this woman on TikTok, and I will put these up on our Instagram, she said that there's a way to put in your astrological chart and find out where you should live depending on what you want out of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a website, and so
I can't wait to like own a home and put it up for sale, and someone walk in and be like, "I'm here because I'm a Libra," and I'd be like, "Okay, we got this one, guys. Let's raise the price."
Maybe that's what happened when you went into that store and you bought that shirt. They were like, "We got him.
We got him. We're finally getting rid of that shirt.
Hey, do you think this says I'm a fun guy?"
Yeah, it's $80. Okay, that's a fun price.
I need to take a pretty fun photo just for myself, a photo shoot. Do you think this says fun? But anyway, so I thought we could put our birthdays and our information into this thing and find out where we should live. So how do you feel about that?
I think that we should already do this. And is this international?
What do you mean? Well, we can choose. You can choose the whole world, or
Definitely the whole world. I want to know exactly where the fuck I'm going to be.
I knew you were gonna want to do that. Okay.
I hope it's somewhere exciting. You know.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in all your.
I want to be in like the UAE or something. That would be the best.
Okay, your birthday is September. What is it?
5.
September 5. And what year?
1975.
Do you know the hour in which you were born?
I know that you're going to say you don't because your parents won't tell you because they don't remember. My parents have said it to me before, but I don't remember what they told me. I think I'll take a guess.
Okay.
I think it was around the 6 p.m. mark.
Okay, so you were an evening baby.
I can't remember, but I'm guessing.
Let's do like 6:45 or something.
Jameson says Cleveland, Ohio, which this shirt agrees with.
And you were born in what town?
Hamilton. I feel. Do you want? I feel like we're getting to my social security number at this point.
No, yeah, you're really filling it with your birth date.
You'd be surprised what these kids can do nowadays.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, let me see. I'm just gonna.
Why? Voodoo Line. That's where I'm gonna be. It's gonna be Dubai for sure.
Okay, here we go. And I'll show this up on the stream. So if you're listening to this and want to watch, it is youtube.com/theregulars, and you can see.
Did you put yours in?
No, because you.
Oh, you can only do one at a time. Yeah. I got you.
These two people. Okay, so I will share the screen.
But we are doing yours after, right?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
This is amazing because this is like I'm moving here. What if me and my wife are at different spots?
What do you mean?
Well, what if we enter her birthday or my child's birthday, and then they're like, "No, you guys can't live together. One of you is in the UAE and the other's in Greenland."
Okay, so apparently you can.
This is a lot of places.
No. So you want to find the place. So you were born here. So the woman said that the.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So let's see if this works. So basically, okay, so we'll take that off.
It's raining places to live.
I know, that's all your minors. So she said that the main one that you want to focus on is your sun line. So can you see this? I don't know if you can see.
It's too small to see for me, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm on StreamYard, so it's like it's a bit smaller.
Can you see it now?
Let me get my glasses.
We just are laughing like two children. Okay, so you want to find your sun line, which is obviously the orange line, right? And
Okay.
then
I am following. I'm following, but it looks like there's no dot on the orange line. It's like I'm up at the top of the North Pole and it's just arched
no,
right out.
you do want the world, right? Like you were just like, this is for sure it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I want to see how you can choose. Okay, let's like.
Oh,
go
look at
in.
all the glasses in the bottom. They're listening to us.
What do you mean?
At the bottom, there was a banner with a bunch of like Hakeem optical glasses.
Oh, yeah, they really are. Okay, so this is your sun line. So that's where like she described it like you're finding like sun on your skin.
Love it. As long
like
as I'm
where you
wearing
would
some
find-
good SPF.
where you would find your peace.
Uh-huh.
So let's just keep
Let's follow that line.
Halifax.
Oh, Ottawa, no, thank you. I
That's
mean, I
red.
love Ottawa. They're great, but
this
no,
is
no, no.
orange, right?
Yep,
For the
I'm
sun.
following. Yep.
So we are looking at Halifax, Nova
Okay.
Scotia, New Brunswick.
Okay, an East Coaster. All right.
Okay.
A lot of beautiful things out there.
So like Summerside, Moncton,
Ooh, okay, all right.
in Halifax. We can also go down. You know, we can also like travel down here. And
Well,
see
let's loop around to where the line comes down on the other side of that rainbow.
Dominican Republic.
Okay. I got the shirt.
Then she also says Jupiter.
I can live on Jupiter?
You're being really annoying. The moon of Jupiter.
I'm literally following you.
Yeah, but like no, the moons that you want to look at. So there's Venus, which is where your love is. There's
Okay.
Jupiter, which is like social success and things like that and abundance. But where it says
I like social success. Does that mean like you've just got some friends and you can hang out? Is that
like
social success?
where you would be accepted.
Well, let's go there, man. Why would I go anywhere else?
Okay, so first of all, the symbol of the sun is the circle sign for spirit and completeness with a dot in the middle, which stands for unity and infinity amongst the heavenly bodies. The sun plays a special role. It is the life-giving central of our solar system. So it's saying like you could live in Colombia, you'd be happy.
But that's the sun one. That says if you want to be complete. I don't want to live to. You want to be complete, then you got nothing to accomplish. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm dead. That's so funny. Okay, the moon is symbolized by a semicircle, which represents the soul and the emotions of the individuals. Its round form reminds one of a harbor, which offers shelter and protection. Apart from the sun, the moon is the most important component within the horoscope and in astro maps. So your moon is right here. So sorry.
Okay.
So it is kind of moving away from the sun in a way.
I see that it's like going out. Where does it land on the other side of the world though? Because
Colombia. It says you need to live in Colombia.
Sorry, I don't mean south. I mean like doesn't it loop around like a rainbow? Like it comes down on the other side of the planet as well? Like if you zoom out?
Huh?
Like if you zoom out to the whole world?
I guess I can zoom out, yeah.
Because doesn't it come around like a rainbow? Like it comes down on the other side somewhere?
Yeah, but I'm
like,
saying where it intersects is Colombia.
where it intersects. Okay, I didn't see. Okay, great.
Do you see it right here?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
I'll move to. Okay, so Colombia.
Colombia is where
Hey
it says-
guys, I'm here because astrologically this is my place to be, and they're like going to be like, get in the car right now.
Why would they say that? What if you were like, hey, I'm making a decision to be happy in my life and better my life, and so I'm going here.
And they'll be like, great, we're still kidnapping you, so get in the car right now.
Colombia as a whole. That's amazing. Well, you can choose America or Canada to see where you want to live, and you also should know that like you're going to find success in Halifax.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see the Eastern Hemisphere. Is that what it is?
What do you mean?
Because I thought so. It looked like it was going up, but doesn't it also loop around to the other side? So it's like that orange line.
I think it was showing you like the map, like when it's.
I know, but do you see what I'm saying? It looks like the orange line goes back down on the other side of the world, like where Russia and like maybe China and all that kind of stuff is as
so
well.
for Stephanie asking, it is, I believe, astro.com. Yes.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Astro or Astral? AL?
No, astro.com. So that's where you can go. Yeah, exactly, Adam. Pablo Escobar, Juan Valdez, Jason Deras.
Yeah.
But it says you would probably find some happiness in Halifax. And that's kind of cool, don't you think?
It is. I'm probably not moving to Halifax is the goal. I've been out there. It's beautiful. It's actually really lovely out there.
Well, I think we all know you enough by now that even if someone was like, you would be truly happy in this place and you would find everything you want. Like if someone was like, you will find everything you've ever wanted in your life in Halifax, you'd be like, no, I'm not going to be moving there.
I want a challenge.
Exactly. So, yeah.
No, if there was like an open book like that was like, this is where you'll find absolute peace and ever, I would go.
I don't
and
know.
then I'd walk in and be like, really? This is what you're talking about?
I don't know if you would go, actually. People who know Jason, do you think he would go? I don't know.
I'd go. And I'd bring a beer. I'd be like, let's go.
Please. Yeah, so we can also we can make this a little bit more specific if you wanted. But anyways, I want
to take a trip to Stacy's land.
Yeah, I haven't even done it. I mean, you know how hard that was for me to not do my own. I was
immediately.
Like, yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this on air. What?
I'm on the site. I'm just trying to figure out where it is that you find this
I
location.
Can't navigate.
No, I know. That's why I stopped talking immediately.
Oh, Jameson says Halifax makes sense because everyone in Halifax is just the nicest.
Thanks, Jameson.
If you asked Jay at 2 a.m. while eating McDonald's, he'd go. That's the only time we would get Jason to go to his promised land. I love Halifax. I would move there in 3 seconds.
It is beautiful. So nice. It's a beautiful place.
I know. Okay, so we obviously
I went there with Adam Colley. We had a great time. Twice.
We obviously don't know the time of my birth because my parents forgot. So, let's show the extended settings here. Okay. Okay. Should I choose the country of Canada or should I do the whole world?
This is your journey. I definitely chose the whole world because I'm like, please tell me on this planet where I should be.
I'll do the whole world. And then maybe if we have the energy, we'll go you can look in the States and I'll look in Canada.
Okay, great.
Okay. And okay, there we go. Toronto, Ontario is where I was born. What are you laughing at?
Pizza Corner, Jameson said that's probably Jay's intersection. Yep.
Oh my God. Mine
too. The intersection of I don't know, pizza and alcohol.
I think this is honestly, I just think this is fun because I mean, we're all kind of in the pandemic and it's where should we go? I feel like we're all wondering,
I hope that Adam, because he's on the chat, so I'll put this out there too. We had a conversation not too long ago of him talking about or maybe it wasn't, maybe it was on his podcast. But he was talking about how you get these reprieves in your brain when the pandemic's not on. If you're going on vacation, the prep coming up to that time, you get these, you get a flow of excitement or whatever. So it's just healthy for you to be I'm going to go somewhere. And you start thinking about all the cool things you do. So not even going on the vacation itself, but the lead up to it is very healthy for us. So this is kind of like that.
I feel the travel logistics are always a nightmare. I like being on the plane. Do I like being in the airport? No. Do I like checking in my bag?
I don't mean that. I mean the weeks coming up to it when you're I'm going to, let's say, Italy, and you're oh my God, I'm going to get to go to this place. I can't wait to go and try this. And your brain's oh, cool, the excitement leading up to that, which we just don't get anymore because we're all trapped in a house.
So I've had to make up my birth time.
That's fine.
Yeah, who cares about that? Okay, so let me share this. Okay. Adam's really calling me out for saying pandemic. Small day trips to towns you've never heard of really does help. And I believe that it would. And I would love that in my life. Okay, so here we go. So my son.
But do you see what I'm talking about with the rainbow? How the lines go up and then they come down on another side? They're a rainbow, right? So I was curious on what my line was on, in the world of, maybe the Middle East or India or...
Crossing sun and moon, every person has a male and female side, spirit and soul, conscious and body. Understanding and feeling are parts to this polarity, which is in constant flux and flow. The joining of the sun and the moon lines lead to a strong connection to these important polarity energies and can be regarded as some sort of cosmic union. Okay, so where is this
Okay,
cosmic
great.
union, girl?
Okay.
I feel like this is like calling me.
To Halifax.
Yeah, that's where like my we're
This
both
is just a
Halifax.
lady that owns a site. She's a real estate agent in Halifax, and she is driving everybody to Moncton.
Mine is not in Halifax at all. If you can see it, I honestly look at it's Detroit is my son, Atlanta, which is
Okay.
one of my favorite franchises of Real Housewives, Cancun.
Okay. What's that little island that it goes right through? What's that little island right above there? What's that?
I don't know.
That's your heaven.
No, I doubt it.
Oh man, that's where you're going.
I love how you're like, no, that's actually where you're going. I honestly think everyone like I'm there's a big sun kind of going through Chicago, Detroit.
Do you think you would be happy? Is Detroit your place? Because you've said Detroit a couple. I know that it goes through there, but you've said it more than any other places.
I've only said it because that's where it says it here.
No, I know, but you've gone back to it. So I'm wondering, is Detroit calling your name?
No. Maybe
Okay.
Columbus, Atlanta. Okay, where's like the love one? Belize? Oh my God. Can you imagine?
No, because I can't imagine people actually live there. They just go there to party, right? Like it's a Vegas. It's the international Vegas, isn't it?
And I didn't like Vegas, so I don't think that'll
Yeah,
work.
yours would not be like what's that famous one, the moon, where the moon party is?
Oh, Ibiza?
Is that where Ibiza is? Yeah, like that would not be a Stacy place.
No. I don't think so. Yeah, so let's see where else. I want to know what's the Venus? Where is Venus? Is this Venus? No. Venus, here we go. So Venus is the dark green. So that's like love.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see where that Venus is. Because this is like they say like that's where like your lover will be. Okay, it's kind of close. This dark green, New York, Washington.
Where is that? Is it someone James that you were like? What's his name? Ben James. Where does
Oh my
Ben
God,
James live?
the hot model guy.
Where does Ben James live?
Um,
I don't think it's the Galapagos, but it might be. Jameson.
what do you mean?
Jameson said maybe that little island's the Galapagos, which would be I'd be like,
No, it was. It was. Yeah.
it was?
Yeah.
That's not a party island at all. That'd be awesome though.
Communication is most important. This is my Mercury line. The urge to search for new knowledge, to broaden your mind, makes you reach out for intellectual challenge. Your thinking becomes more subtle. You learn new languages and attend institutions that further your education. So that's my Mercury, which is right here, which is right in New York. So it's saying I should move to New York, I guess.
You'd fit into. You would love New York. I think New York would be okay for you.
I know. I think it would be too. Or I can go to Scranton.
Go find your Jim or your Pam. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. So anyways, that's me. So interesting.
Oh my God, this is the funnest game. Now,
What?
can we follow one of your lines? Like, let's do the loop and end up on those other continents. I need to be on those other continents. That's what's exciting to me.
I just find the world. Okay, so right here. So what's this cross? See, this is just me over water. Okay, so this crossing, which is Venus and Uranus, brings a breath of fresh air to your relationship, as there's no such thing as monotony under this influence. Your relationship to others appears relaxed and easy. You look for variety and exchange, but like that's in the middle of the water. Okay, Jamaica would be the closest.
That they describe Jamaica and they're like, that's where you're just going to go and be peaceful and have a good time and not worry about anything. Like, great.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where Stacey needs to go.
What does that mean?
I didn't mean like as you need to go there. I just meant like maybe that's the place you'd enjoy. You'd be like, yeah, this is great.
I know, right? Yeah, so you want to look at all these intersections. Anyways, it's super fun. I was really enjoying like this woman's like breakdown of them, and I'll put up her TikToks, so people can follow along. I don't know if this is entertaining to anybody else, but
It's entertaining to me. But just remember that this lady is a real estate agent, and she's just picking the cities that she owns properties in.
Well, first of all, you're just thinking that because you got Halifax and for some reason you're triggered. Like for some reason you're just fully triggered.
No, I love it. And there was someone put on here that they just moved to Halifax, and now Stephanie also is doing a pandemic move next week.
Where's Stephanie going?
It just says I'm moving next week, and I hope it's the right place. Because a pandemic move must be difficult.
Well, I don't know. I think a pandemic move. Sorry, I was just gonna re-enter all this stuff. A pandemic move, I think, is fun.
Well, I mean, how?
Oh my God. I would be like, if I was moving during the pandemic, it would be such a thing I needed.
It's great. I'm saying it because there's a lot of people down here are moving, and apparently like moving companies are all booked up and like,
Yeah, I mean, the logistics would be like obviously a bit of a nightmare. But if I could, like, if I had the funds and just bought a house in the country right now, I'd be like, goodbye. She's moving from Connecticut to Connecticut from New York. Time to get out of City. Oh, hell yes.
Which means there's an empty apartment in New York City stays.
Hello. No, oh my God. The thrill of going to Connecticut. Oh my God. Snake King, we can't ask what part of Connecticut. Get out of here.
But it's because he's from Boston, man. Like, he's in. Snake King's going to be like, yo.
They'll be revealing. I've had 2 copies and I'm on it. No,
this is my second. Is that going to ruin my whitening? It's probably going to ruin the whitening whole process.
I mean, you could have used a straw, I'm sure.
I feel like that would be the worst.
Okay, so but I am obsessed with this Astro thing. I'm going to be looking at it all day. Wait, okay, you know what? We should actually do it one more time. Do people hate it? Because if you reduce if you reduce it to North America, it's way easier.
I still want to find out where I am on the other side of the world, but let's do it. Let's do North America.
Elizabeth says that they moved in June to a bigger place, and thank God, because if we were still in our little apartment, I sometimes think about that. If I was in my small apartment, what I would do. So remember how I was talking to you about if you get swept up in the comments.
I'm not swept up. I'm laughing at you because I'm laughing at like, oh, you want to talk about little apartments and still being stuck in little apartments? Let's go.
Oh, my apartment was the smallest.
I'll challenge you on that.
Land. What, you think you have a smaller apartment?
With 3 people, if you divide it by 3, then it is, yeah.
You, because you live in the dining room?
Yeah.
I remember when you were about to take that apartment and you were like, so here it is. And I was like, I wouldn't take that if I were you.
I love it. Let's not get things mixed. I love it. I love it a lot, but it's just now I loved it as a temporary spot. We're ready to get out now.
Did you love it though? You loved it. When you saw it, you're like, I can't wait to sleep right there where that table is.
I don't mind that kind of stuff though. I'm not terrible with that. I mean, like, yes, do we want a bedroom now? Hell yeah, man.
You do want a bedroom?
Yes, now I do.
What do you think about it is calling you? The idea, like what,
What's up calling me about it? It's this, we knew going into it the mindset of a temporary place, because permanently I don't want to be in a
but you know what?
With a full family.
And that's totally fine. You know what my problem is? I can't think temporary. Like when people are like, this is my starter home, we know we're moving, we're going to move again. And I'm like, what? Like, I can't. I just
because it wasn't a home. We're moving to a whole new place where we didn't know the neighborhoods and we didn't know what was up. So we knew it was temporary because we're like, well, we don't know where we want to stay in this new city that we've never been to before.
No, I hear what you're saying, and I think that it's normal. I'm just saying I don't think like that. I can't think like that. It is so like, it's all or nothing, which is not a good mentality at all. Yeah. Barbara says, I immediately want to do this, the Astro chart. She goes, I get sucked into BuzzFeed quizzes about what type of cheese I would be. Oh, yeah.
Emmental.
Oh, and Stephanie's moving from 475 square feet to 850. Ooh, that's huge.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are moving right now into homes, which is super exciting and like wanting to get pregnant. So all I keep doing is messaging them on our WhatsApp thread being like, get pregnant already. Like I'm really having pressure. I'm excited for all of the changes that are happening.
Let me just take you on the trip. This is our room. This is our office. You guys don't work from home. You don't need an office. It's our office.
Our office? It's like, just get pregnant already.
We're going to paint it either pink or blue. We don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's not about that.
Oh, yeah. When you're in the trying phase. We're trying to like, this is disgusting. I don't need to know what you're doing. Just get pregnant and then reveal it.
That's the worst. We're trying.
Oh, yeah. Ew, it's so gross.
Anyways, guys, I know we were having a good time, but me and Denise, we're gonna get out of here. We're trying.
We're trying.
We're trying.
It's like, fuck you guys. It's
Just go to the restroom and come back for your next drink.
Shut up. Just shut up about it. Just go get pregnant then.
And that's, of course, like some people struggle with it. That's got to be really difficult. But
No. And we don't mean that, but we mean the people that are like basically telling you like they're fucking all the time because they're trying. Yeah. It's so gross. And it's like,
did you have any friends like that, like in your early 20s? Because that would be the worst, I think.
No, like I had friends who had babies early, like younger, but they weren't like, we're trying.
They weren't trying.
Oh, God. Those girls are always named Amanda or something. With like,
dude, don't date Amanda. Why? She's great, man. She's got this, she's got that. Yeah, but you want a kid? No.
Yeah. No, but like, you know what I mean? Like the women that are just like, or the couples, you know, we're trying. Oh, better enjoy this wine now. We're trying. Like, oh, shut up. Just get pregnant like my parents did by accident and then regret it.
4 times.
4. Listen, my mom, absolutely. My mom did this, and I'm wondering if your mom ever did this, but my mom would always be like, oh, like my younger brother, she's like, he was a whoopsie.
No, we don't know that kind of stuff. But I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I just don't know, like, because you guys, when you had Charlie, like, you weren't like, we're trying. You were just like, we're pregos, and everyone was like, which
I don't think that would affect. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want him to listen back to this when he's 16 and be like, it really affects me, because I hope it does not. But it's like, whether we were trying or not, like, who cares? On the other side of it, he's the best person on the, like, I love him.
Okay, we're not, let's relax. Jason's scared of saying anything.
I'm not scared. I'm like this. It's my happy place. You know what I mean? Like, it's great.
Okay, Jason. Oh my God. I guess I'm like a negative Nancy, but I just like, I can't wait for Charlie to like just tell you to fuck off.
And then you don't think that's happened already?
But then you have to like take that, like Jason, because I will say you are the only parent I know who refuses to even be like, oh my God, it was such a frustrating day, or like this person's in a mood. Like, you've never said anything negative, which I think is beautiful and wonderful. But I just am like, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh no, I mean, like, if you live in this scenario for like, especially in a pandemic where he's here all the time, like, there's definitely tough times. But
I know, but you've never expressed that. You've never expressed it, which is fine. I think it's amazing, but it's just like when you're like, well, whether we wanted to have him or not, like, I hope he knows that he's loved. Oh my God.
Well, but I only say that because like,
and when he's a teen, he'll be like, I don't give a shit.
Because people were saying that to me originally. Like, I had some people that were like, watch what you talk about. And I'm like, why? Like, if my parents came to me now and were like, you were an accident, I'd be like, okay.
I don't think that's, I mean, it depends on how your parents sort of like said that. I mean, it can go either way.
Yeah, it's the after part. If they were like, oh, you were an accident, fucking, we regret that. And I'd be like, yeah, well, that's different.
I just think the best thing you can do, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I mean, you know, I've been a child, so I have some opinions on the familial makeup. But I just think the best thing you can do as a parent is be human, you know, like, just, you know, no bullshit, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I just,
Let's jump back to, you were going to do North America. Like, where are we going to live in North America on this chart?
Also, like, if I don't have a child, but if anyone is looking for like parental advice, I would love to give it. So I'm available. If you have any questions in the chat, or you're listening to this and would like any parental advice coming from someone who's not a parent, I'd love to give it.
And not to babysit, not to babysit or anything like that. Just
I love kids.
Advice.
I love to babysit. Like, it's so fun.
Stacey gets Rish babysit edition.
No, I love babysitting, and I love teaching kids. I used to do like improv and all that kind of stuff, because like I don't have to like deal with them all the time. So the blessing is like I get to pretend with them and tell them it's amazing, and I don't have to put them to bed. So it's kind of an ideal situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like with my nephew, I'm like, this is the best. Ah, goodbye. And then you have to deal with that. That's what's fun about it. Anyways,
we had a fun one last night. He we had fun last night. He did not go to bed because the basketball game was on, and then he was up all night.
Oh, he decided he needed to stay up late because of the basketball game?
Yeah, and I'll allow that. No problem.
Sure. I'm sure your wife loves that.
We're on the West Coast, so it's not too late. The basketball games don't go late, but then he wouldn't go to bed afterwards. He was just like pumped up. He was so like, yeah.
It is kind of interesting because like I have, like I've seen parents like be really like, have like self-led, like when do you don't you feel tired, like kids like sort of self-regulating themselves, where my upbringing, which is just how my brain works, not to say it's correct, but like if my parents were like, you're going to bed, and I came out of the room because I wanted to be around them, they'd be like, oh no, you're mistaken actually, because we told you that you're in your room. And I'd be like, oh okay. Like there was no option, there was no like, no, I think I should be up. Like
I do that too. We're like, it's bedtime. It just might take another like lie down with them for like 5 more minutes and tell them another story.
Oh yeah, and it's like, or also me not wanting to eat something as a kid, laughable. My parents would laugh at me. Oh, you think you're not eating that? Hilarious. That's actually, and like having siblings and whatever, it was all a joke. Like, I mean, I think that's, I think my parents had a bunch of kids so we could all shame the other one for having any opinion on food. Like I hated pizza and spaghetti, and my parents were like, it's hilarious you don't think you're eating that.
You're shoving it in your mouth?
Oh well, no, like I would as a kid like not eat it, and I would just have to sit there for hours.
I remember that too. I think we dealt with that as kids too. But ours wasn't pizza and spaghetti. It was like, put that in front of me and that's all gone, no problem.
Yeah, I think I didn't like spaghetti. Anyways, this is not content, but like I just it's just funny when you hear like parents now who are like, oh, they won't eat this, they won't eat that. Like, Yeah. Like my brother was like for my nephew, he's like, he won't eat salad. I'm like, eat salad with me. But there's just no other option. Where he's like, I don't eat this. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, I don't like it. I'm like, you don't know that. I'm like,
that doesn't work. We've tried. Last night we even gave him salmon. He's like, I don't like salmon. And we're like, you've never even. I go, you tell me. Just before I put it on his plate, I was like, you tell me what it looks like, and I won't put it on your plate. And because he's never seen it before, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, my nephew's like 8 now, so there's the questions of like, I'm like, you don't even know what you like. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like,
do you like Depeche Mode or do you like In Excess?
No. I'm like, it's delicious. It's delicious. And I was like, you're wild to think it's not. And that seems to work.
Let's take that travel through Canada.
Okay. All I'm saying is bring Charlie over to my house. He's gonna be like, I freaking love salmon. I'll be like, bitch, totally, right? It's the best. Well, now what's up with your dad's shirt? Okay. Okay, let's see.
Except he'd be like, I'm wearing the same one. I don't know what's happening here.
I doubt it. I think it's gonna break your heart when like his personality shifts.
I don't think
from
so.
Like, you don't think it will?
Oh, I'm gonna have heartbreaks in my life for sure.
Yeah,
this guy's gonna be. It's gonna be like, being a parent. But
no, I know. But when he's just like, I'm sure, like I broke my dad's heart when I was just like, bye, whatever. And you're like, oh, okay. So this is my North American chart. So this is where there's like different crossings.
Okay, great. And we're supposed to follow the yellow lines, your sun line, which is the most important one.
That's not the most important one, but it's like one to focus on for sure.
Okay.
It's like where you're gonna feel.
Do you see that these lines are different than the one you did when you did it with the entire world? So why is that?
No, it's not. It's because there are so many different like ways that they can intersect on the planet. So this is North America. So they're not going to be spinning around and wild.
No, I get that. I'm just like, New York looks pretty empty this time around. Or am I not seeing that correctly?
I don't think you're seeing that correctly. Let me see if I can zoom in. How do I zoom in? Is there no option to zoom in? What is going on here? Come on.
You could definitely buy some glasses.
Show details. There we go. You have clicked on the following power line is close to this point. The following points are located at the same geographical latitude and have therefore an influence. So let's see. My crossing at Jupiter. This connection has a strong influence on your thinking of your mind and consciousness. Normal value systems. lose their meaning, and stock standard answers cannot satisfy your newly awakened blah, blah, blah. Who cares? What does this mean? No one cares about that. Let's go to the sun and Uranus.
Where they intersect? Because
yeah.
it looks like the sun, I maybe I can't see it right, but it doesn't look like the sun intersects anywhere. It's just a straight line right through.
I know, right?
Your happy place doesn't exist yet on this plane.
Wow. What's this little guy? That's what I want to know. What does this mean? You will experience happy times with your family and next of kin along the Jupiter-influenced IC line. Old controversies can be skillfully concluded. Damn, Daniel. That's like up north.
That's not just up north. That's like, permafrost. You can't get into the ground there. That's solid.
I know. And I feel like that tracks because of it will conclude any sort of like kin friction. It would have to be in the tundra to solve that. So, but
that's one of those places that like if you go there, you've got a boat that breaks through ice and you're an explorer. Like that's where it is.
This is my love line, my Venus line.
Okay, great.
And this says
what color? Which one are we looking at?
Familiar things, trusted people, and enjoy the pleasantness of environment. So this is just on the outskirts of Toronto, near Detroit, up to Timmins.
Timmins is where your love is for sure. It's some guy chopping wood in the backyard right now.
When I was tree planting, we did party up in Timmins. So maybe that's where my lover is. Just saying.
Maybe he was there the entire time, but I'll tell you what, if he stayed in Timmins, he's probably got a couple kids by now.
Yeah. Yeah, which would be great for me. So I can just walk them around and I didn't have to birth them. So that would actually be like really amazing.
Your super mode is stepmom. Level up, stepmom.
Oh my God, I'd be such a great stepmom. I would be. Because I'm so bossy. Well, I am. You're not my real mom and you're not my real kid. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
Now go get me a beer and grab one for yourself.
I bet you that's got to be so fun when your kids are finally the same, like the age where they can like have a glass of wine or they're dating or like they live on their own and you can kind of be like, oh yeah, good luck with that. Like I live for that. I think that's amazing. What?
Your happy place is to be like, good luck with that.
Don't you think?
I think it's awesome to like watch them experience these new like big revelations in life. Like that's pretty fun because we all remember when we first moved out or like when we first got intoxicated or we first like I don't know.
Who says it like that?
I don't know. First got drunk, I guess.
Yeah, but I always appreciated like the first time I got super drunk, my dad like made me a huge breakfast. He was like, I know this sucks. But there was still like laughter, like him laughing at it from a perspective of like a man in his 50s looking at his daughter who's just like, what is this feeling? Like, like full Nelson from The Simpsons.
They're just giving you like Clamato and going like, here you go.
Okay, last time I was talking to my dad, he was chugging Clamato. It's his favorite drink, just with a bit of cracked pepper. He was like obsessed with it. He couldn't handle it. No, but I just think that's so great, Yeah, these are Jason's highlights as a youth. First moved out, first time intoxicated. Jason highlights. I moved out at 18, never looked back. And I remember being like, I'm going to come home for the weekend. And my parents being like, why? Don't you want to just be young? Like,
you come back, they're like, my key doesn't work. They're like, everybody be quiet.
She'll go away. She'll go away. Just everyone be quiet. It's so true.
I can see you. I can see you.
That's why I can't do surprise parties because it's just too real. Like, because you have to pretend there's no plans, which is just heartbreaking. No one wanted to hang out, huh?
That is a good point. Like, leading up to a surprise party, like how crappy of a partner you have to be if you're the one setting it up to be like, I don't know, I guess we'll just, we'll go to our regular restaurant and then we'll come home, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to make them believe that forever until you get a surprise party?
Let me tell you. So you threw me a surprise bachelorette party, which I mean, that is a gamble, right? Because the woman doesn't know that's happening. She doesn't know it's her special day, and she doesn't think to get dressed up or do anything like that.
I don't think about those things. I think about, is this
none
going
of
to be
you
fun?
did. None of you did. And you just said, let's go have some beers. And so I wore what I'd wear just to get some beers. Guess what?
Yeah.
One of my most important days. It didn't work out. So I get to do another one, I hope. So it'll be fun. But,
I was like, the party didn't work out, but you're like, no, you're divorced.
so the party worked out. But I remember our friend Craig, who was also planning it. I didn't know it was happening. So he was just giving me shit the whole time about being late. What am I wearing?
Where was this? Where were we at?
You had it. The first part of the party was at your house. So we were trying to get to your house.
Yes.
And Craig was just like, you're taking forever. Like, he was just really giving me so much shit that I was like, I don't even want to hang out. I was over it. I was like, I just want to go home. What the fuck is this? Yeah. But Jan says, I threw her, along with my friend Ashley, a surprise birthday party at her house. We came to her, and she answered the door in her bathing suit, and that is true.
Well, that she was in her bathing suit, I'm starting to question if she knew or not already.
Well, we were all planning on just going swimming. This was before the pandemic. And
So that's how you said it? That's worse than not telling her. That's like,
why?
I think it's fun, but it's like, we're going to have a surprise party. We'll tell her we're going swimming. So she shows up in her bathing suit.
It's her favorite thing to do. She didn't show up. We came to her.
I know that it's at her house. I just think that there's a funny idea in there of like, what would be the worst thing to do to set your friend up to be like, look, we're just going to do this. But then when you show up to a bar and there's 80 of your friends there, so you'd be like, okay, we're just, I don't know, like wear sweatpants, somehow get them to wear like their gym outfit. We're just going to go to the gym together. And then you pull up and they're like, okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm stuck in this the entire time.
But if you make someone go to a bar under false pretenses, that's different. Right. But we knew she'd be at her house. So if she shows up in her bathing suit, she can just go into her room and change.
Can I hope and wish she didn't change the entire time? I know she did.
Had a really fun bathing suit on, but she did change.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we brought everything to her. But yeah, the surprise. I planned one surprise party for a partner. Mm-hmm. No, never again. The reaction, because if you don't get a good reaction, then it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I did it the first year Jenny and I were dating.
You did a surprise party for her?
Yep. You were there.
I was? I don't remember. Can you tell me about this party?
It was at the Rhino.
Oh, I do remember. Yes, I do remember, actually. Thank you. That place was something, huh? No one cares. Like, who the fuck cares? Let me tell you. It's so funny how little I remember. Like, my friend was telling me about how he used to give her shit, like when we lived together, and I was like, I don't remember that. I was like, you need to let it go because I have too.
There's people out there in therapy, and you're like, really? Because I don't remember that at all. Like, just let it go.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. Everyone's in therapy talking about something that no one else remembers.
The person that did it to them doesn't remember.
And that's the huge thing you have to remember. Everyone's talking shit about everybody, and no one cares. Everyone's making fun of everyone. Everyone's talking shit about everyone, but then they're moving on. They're finding another thing. You know?
What a terrible world. That sounds so cynical.
What do you mean?
Everybody's talking shit about everyone, and we just
do you talk shit about people?
Everyone talks shit about people, but like,
exactly. So my point is proven. Nice, good, in between. Everyone's talking shit, especially during the pandemic because we're so bored. So like juicy scoops we wouldn't have cared about. Like, oh yeah, me and my boyfriend, we got in a fight over salad dressing. I'm like, okay, well, let's break this down. What do you mean? Like, I'm into any gossip now. I'm so like, I'm thirsty for it. Jameson also had a surprise party at the Rhino. That was a huge thing.
That's great.
Wow, Jason.
They got it great. It's because it's great. I was worried that it was closed down. It was one of these things when we talked about like, oh, our memories disappearing because the Rhino would be a big one for me. Because it's Stone's place. I know this is not content necessarily, but Stone's place closed. But it is content in the sense of like, since the pandemic, places are just closing down. And in Toronto, it's twofold because condos are getting built everywhere, and we're losing Sneaky D's, and we're losing Stone's Place, and we're losing all these like.
I don't even know what Stone's Place is because I'm super young, so I'm okay.
It has nothing to do with age. Stone's Place is a pretty big venue.
Is it?
But what I'm getting at is this: it's like you're going to go to Toronto in 10 years from now, and you're going to be like, none of the places where I had these memories are going to be there anymore. And I'm sure that's happening in cities across North America right now.
It's
maybe
happening. It's literally happening everywhere. It's a full economic collapse. So like,
it's crazy.
Bars, restaurants, stores, companies, it's all, I mean, how can it sustain? I mean, the rent is so freaking high.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Rent is high and nobody can make money.
Exactly. Unless you're me, Stacey Gets Rich, and we're trying. I don't want to brag, but I do have 80 views on my video, so pretty much YouTube famous at this particular juncture.
Yeah.
No, but it is actually really interesting. And this could be a whole nother podcast. Maybe we'll talk about it on Wednesday, but just like everyone having to shift because it's like, who's making, like, how is anyone making money? Especially in our industry. I mean, I was talking about this with friends yesterday, and it's different. I think if, like I have friends who are social workers and teachers and, that kind of thing, and they are working and their jobs are there. But like,
yeah, there's an opposite because I also have friends in the same position, and they're even like, it feels like I'm making even more because their expenses are so much lower because of, children and things like that. They're like, the expenses go down. So, you know how we started this podcast with talking about like meeting an accountant and being like, I don't know how much I'm going to make this week, but when you know it, you can budget it out and things like that. And they're doing fine. But then industries that you need a live audience for,
our industry is completely.
Well.
And I also think like with numbers going up, like when I see people like going for auditions or, in-person auditions or whatever, it's like, ooh, what are you?
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a real mixed bag. I mean, I did title this episode The Monday Vibe, and we really brought it. I have to say that.
Well, Shayla jumped in at the end. Yeah, there you go.
Listen, new videos every Sunday. It'll be, it's going to be like something Sunday. I don't know what will be on Sundays. Will it be a vlog? Will it be a video? I'm working on a video this week, which I'm really excited for. So,
but no blogs. You're not that famous yet.
Well, I'm this week for Stacey Gets Rich, which is coming out on Thursday. I am unpacking the world of blogging because it's still a huge industry. The amount of money you can make blogging is shocking.
And we're going to see it.
There are people making like 45,000, 50,000 plus a month blogging.
That sounded like one of those people on an infomercial. 50,000, 60,000. You can make $80,000 a month.
A month. They are making that a month. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. And when I could see you Scrooge McDucking in like, what, 2 years?
Scrooge McDucking.
We all know that means swimming in gold coins, right? We all know that's what that means.
Jason, I truly can't wait to be rich. Oh my gosh. The things I'm going to do with that money, I'm just going to sit on it is what I'm going to do. But there's a lot of money to be made blogging, but everyone makes it seem so easy, right? But you
can get a yacht and a below deck crew.
I 100% can, and I can't wait because I'm blogging. Let me tell you, I truly and simply can't wait.
I'm not laughing at you. I think this is great. I think it's amazing.
So do I. I think it's amazing. Also, sorry, I'm just looking at myself in this camera before we go. I had to do a self-tape before this, so like an audition that you film and you send in. I looked like a bag of shit. And I'm not saying that to get a compliment. Like, I looked weathered, old. I'm looking at myself in this.
There was no compliment coming. You're fine.
No, I know. I didn't see you moving at all. But I'm like, damn, I look like, honestly, 10 years younger just in this stream.
Oh, well, see, then it wasn't even like necessity for this because you're saying you look fine now. I want to see the self-tape though now.
I'll send you the self-tape because it's quite something. And I'll tell you this, it's because I always look different no matter like every picture I look like a different person. And it was confirmed by one person that we worked with at Second City came up to me and he just goes, man, you really do look different in everything. Anyways, also before I go, we go.
Yep.
So for Stacey Gets Rich, I'm doing a mini bit like business podcast, and I just landed a lovely friend of ours who is dipping her toe in some OnlyFans, and I'm so excited. And she's like making some like major money, so I'm excited to chat with her too.
Is this somebody you want us to direct us to right now? Like, we can
No,
go.
I'll talk about it when the episode goes live. But this week we're chatting. I'm so freaking excited.
That's great.
I know. I just want to know how people make money so they can tell me so I can
Yeah.
make money. You know what I mean? Anyways, Jason, is there anything you want to say?
Can't wait for the rest of the week. I think that special guest is coming this week. He had to bail last week because of work.
Can we just say who it is? Because I find this annoying.
Well, if you find it annoying, then yeah, let's go ahead. I like the setup because it's such
But
a
you
special
keep
guest.
dragging it out. And so if I was listening to this, I'd be like, what's Jason talking about? He keeps bringing up some random guest and then they never have a guest. It's like, what's he doing?
Great. Well, the one special guest is we've got this Friday, the original Mr. himself.
Casual Friday. Oh my
Casual-
God, whatever. It's Casual Friday. We shall see if he shows up.
he had to actually, he got a conflict last week at the last minute, and hopefully that doesn't happen again this week.
Yeah, so we shall see. We might have a little Mr. Casual Friday on Friday, but if not, then we will be here, and we will be here on Wednesday as well. So if you're listening to this, you can also watch it, youtube.com/theregulars. You can come see Jason's cool top that says he's got a great personality.
By the way, Shayla came in late and was like, love the colors. So
We're really bringing like a bright and light Monday vibe, and to that, I love it. Yeah, and if you like this, give us a little like on the video so we can get this into the YouTube algorithm, which I'm learning about. Woof, woof, woof. And yeah, we'll do a Friday robes and drinks potentially if Mr. Casual Friday doesn't book something, which, you know,
he might.
He might.
Funny guy.
And so we'll do maybe a signature cocktail. And so we'll be back on Wednesday. Maybe we'll vision board Wednesday. This is what
That sounds great.
Anything you want to say before we go?
That was it.
Amazing. Have an amazing Monday and Tuesday, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.